One. Good morning, folks. It's Ivan Files. Welcome, welcome to our discussion here this morning. Although you don't really get to say anything because you're not on our right. However, we have some experts here. Shelby
That's me.
and Ellie
I don't know that I'm an expert in food.
That's her?
But I do my best.
and Kelly
I would say I'm an expert in food.
and the boss there.
Mark.
The great and powerful Mr.
Mark,
Oz.
Mark. We always welcome Mark because he's the kind of stand behind this guy. So, one thing that concerns people a lot is the grocery store, and the prices go up and the prices go down. The prices go up and the prices go down. And here in the United States, there is no reason that anybody should ever be hungry. But there are people who are hungry. So you guys with the electronic devices might look up what the projection of food is for the year 2050.
Oh no. Soylent Green, 2050.
God, can you imagine what a human would taste like though? Gross.
I mean, they'll bake it down. It'll be fine.
Sick.
It'll be gross.
All the shit we eat.
Soylent Green?
You're
Soylent
asking
Green?
you're asking what the projection is for how much food we need to produce by 2050?
No. What the food shortage would be. The percentage of food shortage.
2050, y'all. Me and Mark gonna be gone.
No, you'll
So,
still be here.
You guys, I have spam.
You'll.
I'll buy
Spam.
cases of spam that you will all inherit.
Very nice.
And water bottles. Now they'll probably cause cancer because they will have been in bottles for years.
I mean, I love me a good ramen packet, but I never feel good after I eat it. It's the
Right.
weirdest thing.
Ivan, why do you want to scare me like this? I will still be alive in 2050. Why do you want to scare me like this?
What's it saying?
By 2050, global food demand is projected to rise by 50 to 100% due to a population reaching nearly 10 billion and shifting diets, creating a potential massive food shortage if production does not increase by at least 60%. Climate change threatens to reduce crop yields by 3 to 12% in some regions, making food production less stable. To meet demand, global food production must rise by 70 to 100%. And the world population is expected to reach 9.7 to 9.8 billion people by 2050.
Okay, so what you just need to do, you know how to can?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
These people are like, we gotta clock out. And you and I are like, what are we gonna eat? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark and I will leave plenty of things behind. I will buy cases and cases of
Hey,
spam.
my grandma
Thank
still has
you.
my grandma still
Thank
has
you.
cans in her root cellar, because we used to go down to the root cellar to get cans from I think like 1995. I don't think that that's good anymore.
Well, I can tell you that my grandmother sent me down into the root cellar to dust it and bring up the cherries that had mold on them. I thought we were going to throw them out. We are going to boil them
Another
and
time.
recan them.
What?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And let me tell you, nobody got sick.
Isn't that crazy? So I guess canning does
Wow.
work. It does require a lot of work, and honestly, like, it's hard. Man, you think about it. You think about like the day and age we live in, and like the time sink that you need for that kind of thing compared to like the amount of time people need to spend working and maintaining a household, because you need 2 incomes in a household now. So like, what?
Two?
Yes.
I love, and I'm not sure if it's my generation, because I'm obviously your guys' mother's, age. Probably maybe a little older. Well, younger than yours, older than yours.
Probably about like
And
5
I'm
years.
And-
older than that.
And he's older than that. But there is a feeling, my husband has it with wood. So there's a feeling of putting nuts away for the winter that was instilled in us by the generation above us and the generation above them, right? So there is, my applesauce is one of the things that I do that is putting things away for later.
canning is all about that. Yeah, canning for canning in the summer, for the winter time when there's no fruit to pick or you know, animals to kill. You know, some people can things like goats and my grandmother canned goat meat.
Meat is harder to can because you have to pressure cook that.
Yeah,
But we can freeze it.
But you can freeze it. It gets
Can
freezer
freeze
burnt, but who cares, right? If
Yeah.
you're talking about starving or eating freezer burn protein,
I'd be eating freezer burnt
you'd
protein.
be eating the freezer burn protein.
Okay, so we've kind of described the problem to some degree. There's not enough food
Yet, there's enough food now, but
there,
we're
right?
not gonna be in,
Why are people starving in this country?
like, why is homelessness? Or are you you're just talking about like food scarcity?
Well, what about the people that don't have nothing to eat? They go to the centers that have meals.
That's bigger. That's bigger. That's more economic than it is food.
It's like
Okay.
financial, it becomes like financially motivated because
Yeah.
people can't afford food in the grocery stores and EBT is stressed out.
Yeah, so, right, and they go to these centers to get something to eat.
But we're building big, huge warehouses on farmland. Like, it's so crazy. We went and did gardener school, you guys, and you have to drive down 50th Avenue, right? It's a country road.
Yeah.
It is not a highway. It is a 2-lane country road. Last year when we did gardener school, nothing there. Just fields, a barn. This year, there's a warehouse the size of the one down at the bottom of the hill.
Really?
With nobody leasing it yet. They just built it and they will lease it out.
Yeah.
And that covered farmland.
Builders, yeah.
What's
And
the warehouse for?
what could you grow there? You could grow cabbage, you could grow, yeah, what did the Japanese grow there?
I don't know, but if in these warehouses, then you've got energy that is gonna if they start growing food in these warehouses, right, in a protected environment, then you've got a whole energy issue.
Yes, you do.
Then you have the lighting and the power and the water and the this and the that.
All
And we're
goes
still
back to no free
battling
lunch.
energy and like, well, then it turns it just everything turns into a bigger conversation. Where's the energy coming from? Is it affordable? Is it renewable? Is it blah 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 blah? It never ends.
Yeah.
Living in a
Right.
living in a
Yeah, with inflection there, you have it, yeah, it never ends.
my anxiety. That was my anxiety speaking.
I believe that is fear. I believe that projection is a fear tactic.
Oh, fear mongering?
I believe that.
No bueno. I don't like that. We don't fear monger the people of the world.
But it works.
I know it does, and that's scary.
And that's why they've got that on the internet. And that's why he asked you to look it up, because he
Yeah.
looked it up on the internet, and then he
AI.
told you and you
Why
looked
you
it-
want to scare me, Ivan?
Huh?
You're. Never mind. That's mean.
Well, I try as best I can. Scare you.
No bueno.
I'm trying to scare those people out there when they go to the next election. You know, think about what you're doing. Think about those people that you're sending to the state house and federal house, and think about that. Think about what will they do? What will they do? What, so on. But anyway, so we've described the problem. What's the solution?
The solution is to maintain some farmland, man.
Get off the
And,
grid. Live on a farm. Milk your own cows.
You
have
know,
a bunker to survive the nuclear apocalypse that's coming.
yeah. And it worked. The fear mongering
The
worked.
fear mongering worked.
No, I think
Ball 33.
number one, if an apocalyptic event comes, why would you want to survive it?
Just say that I did,
You have to survive it.
and I
No.
want to. I want to
Yeah.
live a good life.
Everyone wants to survive.
If
Oh,
I
yeah.
if
Right.
if my whole family will survive, then yes.
Yeah.
But if my whole family and the people I love don't survive, then no.
No, no. You have to survive. You have
No,
to keep
you
going.
don't.
Yeah,
Germany-
that's the whole human existence.
So you tell me
Yeah.
that an apocalyptic event comes.
Okay.
What kind of?
Your mom is dead, your dad is dead, your daughters are dead, your wife is dead, your dog is alive because you can't kill Lucy.
She'll live through it. I'm
She'll
sure.
live through the apocalyptic
She-
event. Everybody, we're all dead. Everybody you know is dead,
Yeah,
and you want to survive?
you have to survive
Why?
because
Video
it's
games.
it's your moral
tell us.
it's your moral obligation to not like. What are you gonna do? Just like not keep going? No, you got to keep going.
See, this is the charity worker in him. He's saying,
You gotta keep going.
You have to be the change that you want to see in the world. So if you don't survive, you can't be the change. But if you do survive, you can lead the charge.
What if
into
there's a
better day.
non-zero chance that every other man in the in creation died, and then I'm the only man? Therefore, I'm the only one that can repopulate.
Oh, now
Yeah,
you're
it
just
just
getting
gets
dirty
real.
because you're
No,
thinking you go out and screw a bunch of women.
no.
I see where you're headed, Shelby.
But like,
you pervert.
there's always a.
You've been hanging out with this old pervert
There's
too long.
always a reason to keep going. Like you
Pervert!
can't just give up. Like life is hard, life is suffering. This is the journey. So you got to suffer through it and try to find the silver linings and everything.
I mean, I would want to survive simply because I want to see what happens. I just want to observe. So maybe I don't even really want to survive. I just want to be like a little ghost that kind of like.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Is
like
around.
let's say this happens to you. Everybody it perishes around you and you don't have anybody to like hang out with. Now, what do? You just roll over and just lay in the yard till you die? Like
Fuck yeah.
see,
I mean, yeah.
disagree.
Mark had a comment there.
I mean, it's a podcast, babe. It's on YouTube. It's okay I said the F word there, but I didn't mean to say that. All your little gentle ears shouldn't be on YouTube
Yeah.
because you should be able to hear that word. But no, yeah, if everybody's gone, you bet I'm gone. You bet I'm gone. Because that's why I live. I live for the people I love. That's my why.
We're all, see, I just learned this yesterday. We are all allowed to have our own opinions.
Yes.
And we're allowed to live our own journey.
Well,
I just learned this yesterday. We're all allowed to have our own opinion.
We're
I
all
have to
allowed
dig
to-
into that a little deeper.
That's
in a
growth.
little
That's
bit.
growth.
Yeah.
I just learned this yesterday. People have different opinions. It's moving
And
forward.
we are all living our own journey.
Prior to
at our own
yesterday,
time.
I thought
Prior
we
to
were all on the same
Yep.
page. Yeah. But no, I think you keep going. So, I mean, like, with the food shortage, like, could it be fear-mongering? Of course. But also, like, the numbers don't lie.
Is
like,
there a realistic part of that?
I mean,
Probably.
that data, like, comes from somewhere. They're looking at birth rates, they're looking at food and, like, what potential growth rate it has there. There'll be a day where, like, we have to come to terms with what society provides us. And right now, we are set up in a very capitalistic society where we have to work to go and buy the groceries. That's just the cycle that we're in. If 50 years from now, there's not enough food to go around, they're going to have to retool society to where we as a society are going to have to put more focal point on like
be alive.
growing and processing
Be alive.
food or
I'll
something.
be alive in 2050. So here's what
Yeah.
here's what I'm going to share with you.
'Kay.
I will be alive in 2050,
You'll be in your
and
80s.
Mark will be be alive in 2050.
Yeah.
I will make sure in about 2040.
Okay.
Okay. Mark my words on this.
I believe you.
In 2040, I will begin to stock spam rice, spam rice, and we will grow vegetables in our backyard.
Sauerkraut, because I love sauerkraut.
So I always have to have ramen
Uh-huh.
in my garage.
That's easy.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Have you ever put it under a microscope?
No, but like
There's bugs in it.
but there's always like they boil out. If you can boil moldy cherries, you can boil some ramen. Okay.
That's true. They
Yeah.
and
But
that's
bugs
protein.
are just
For sure.
protein, so it's fine.
Yeah, bugs are
That's how
protein.
they're
It
getting
is
their
kind of weird
protein
when you watch them
from.
crawl
we're
through
not
the noodles.
killing you
though.
out of
But
the
I
ramen.
always have to have like something. Like when COVID hit initially, immediately went to the store and bought a whole bunch of like stuff that we could survive on. And yeah, it was like an overreaction.
paper?
But like I think we as humans always want to have toilet paper. We could survive. Honestly, if you're not using a bidet in 2027, you're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong.
Absolutely. I would agree with that. Or if you have a tree in your backyard, you could use that. A leaf. One leaf per wipe. But here's the deal. I hear everything that you're saying, and I agree with what you're saying. But I also think that COVID did give us all a little bit of a weird test.
Yeah.
He can attest to, I shop differently since COVID. My cupboards are never empty.
Yeah.
And before I would shop monthly, you know, and then weekly I'd go get stuff or whatever. But now, I always have to have food in my cupboard.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
And my snack drawer is amazing.
Your snack drawer is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the food shortages is pretty scary. So like part of the reason I think we landed on this subject is we were talking at lunch last week, and there was a new study that came out. I think it was like Pictolam or something like that. It was a pesticide that was used on the wheat fields back in the 90s, early 2000s, and now they're seeing a lot of those areas that used that chemical to get rid of their weeds. Those same areas are presenting higher percentages of colon cancer in their population.
Yeah.
No bueno.
So they're using chemicals to mass produce food because we need more food, right? And then in hindsight, you're like, uh-oh, we used like this chemical solution and now it's causing cancer. And you don't know that. You're solving today's problem. Today's problem is food shortages. We got to get these weeds to stop killing our food. Tomorrow's problem is, uh-oh, we caused cancer in a whole
Yeah.
bunch of these 40-year-old millennials.
I'm hungry today,
But,
Yeah.
so I gotta eat today. I don't care where it came from, you know, I'm just hungry.
but there's also the belief
Yeah.
that cancer will have been cured, like will be
Yeah.
cured within the next 5 to 10 years. So the problem today, will it be a problem in 2050? I think
It's
we
all
already-
projections.
Don't say
isn't
we
it?
have a cure, whatever you do. Don't say we have a cure.
It's all projections.
Sorry, that's a
We don't
callback to our
know.
event
Well-
last week.
But one thing that isn't addressed
Don't
in
know.
this
We don't
is
have one
a
yet.
food shortage on land. On land. But the biggest part of our earth is the sea.
Yeah.
And there are
Very good.
so much food sources. I know you don't like seafood, but kelp, I know, right? Seaweed, all that stuff. But there is huge food in the sea. We are poisoning the sea with our trash.
Naturally.
Yeah,
So what do you know, I mean, it's so many
Yeah.
things, but come down to it, food shortage, go to the water. Go to the water.
Yeah.
If whales can eat plankton and survive, maybe we can. I don't know, but go to the water.
We don't have no baleen.
that would be a governmental thing that you have to do. Is that they'll take over the situation of starving people and require the rest of us to grow food or to conserve our energies in some way. And so, you know, the government would have to do that if they vote in a socialist government. Now, a socialist government would be one that would take care of that. And you have to watch out for the communist government that did not work at all. And it never has. But the socialist government in a part can work. You have a socialist part and then other conservative sorts of things that can go on, you know, like yeah, I got a sore throat. Mark, do you have an opinion on this?
He doesn't want his wife to say the F word on YouTube.
Yeah, that was my opinion.
Hey, what?
Period.
You're a lady.
I am a lady,
You're
but
a
you know
lady.
what? I also,
A
every now
lazy.
and then, the F word is appropriate.
That's appropriate.
So he wants to know what you think, boss.
About the food shortage or?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but don't scare me.
About the solution.
Don't scare the little kids at the table, though.
Well, I think science is trying to come up with a solution, but we don't know the effects of that solution until the next generation.
Yeah.
That's it. One problem creates another problem, and one problem creates another problem, and one problem creates another problem.
And history repeats itself.
And history repeats itself.
Yeah.
What do we do when it tops out at 11 billion?
We go.
We start,
Go ahead.
nope, I feel like mine's inappropriate.
We go
No,
to
no, we start
space.
We start reading Tender is the Flesh, and then we all have nightmares.
No, I don't even know what that book
We
is.
do.
But that
I'm
just makes me
out.
feel like cannibalism is what she's talking
That's
about.
what makes me. Bleh.
No,
No.
no,
Have you read that book, Ivan?
Huh?
Have you read that book?
What book?
Tender is the Flesh?
No.
That book, it's short and sweet,
I
succinct.
So
I
anyone looking for
watched the
nightmares,
movie of
join
Soylent-
Ellie's reading list.
Soylent Green, no.
I don't know what that one is, but
Soylent Green is a movie where people were, yeah.
Yeah, when they die at a certain thing, and then they're ground up and used for food,
that sounds really similar to Tender is the Flesh.
probably, yeah.
It's pretty horrific, but also,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, is there, do you guys agree on a solution to this?
No, I don't agree with Ken.
I don't necessarily think that our population will be that big. I think that what's happening is obviously my generation was into big families. Your generation was into smaller families. Your generation may be into smaller families, even though you guys are very close in generation.
May I-
But because of the cost to raise a child today, people are inclined to only go with one, maybe two children.
Absolutely. I think that family sizes are considerably smaller. Like my grandpa had 11 siblings.
Mm-hmm.
My mom had 3. I had 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure I
Yeah,
agree with
four.
that population increase.
Well, that's a projection of 11 billion people. What did it say, about 10 some billion by 2050?
Yeah, but projections are just a guess.
It is a guess, and I think that that's a really good point. Like, our generations are, and like even like younger than me, we are not having children at the same rate, at the same, like not at the same, we are far more focused on trying to survive ourselves. We don't have the financial capacity or like the ability to have large families. If I had 8 kids, I could not take care of them without government assistance, and that's not acceptable.
Yeah. Well, not in a capitalist society, but
No.
perhaps they are doing it.
Well, there, of course, there.
Well, I mean, that's what I was gonna say. Is like we're a very specific sample size,
Yeah.
right? In America, there are some economic headwinds with families where you don't really know what the future looks like, and
Yeah.
because that's the outlook, that reproductive rate has dropped. I can't speak to what's going on in other countries. Like historically, religion would really inspire more bigger families.
Possibly.
It feels like.
But I think people are going kind of away from religion and going more to a faith.
Like a spiritual based religious practice rather than like a
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we can talk about that next time.
yeah.
Like, what does it mean that churches are being emptied and the praise centers, if you will, like Joel or whatever, yeah, are increasing? And what does that mean? You know, how does that affect people? And what will they be willing to give up? You know, we have some starving children, what, in Auburn? Do we have some?
Oh, we have homeless everywhere, so there's food shortage. Food insecurity, they call it, which is unacceptable in our country, but we have it.
And food scarcity for
Yeah,
sure.
so, you know, it's
It's a thing.
religion has, in some sense, because it's an organizational thing, provided some food and some shelter and stuff. For instance, the Catholic Church, you know, over time has grown huge, and I don't know where it's doing now. I have no idea. But I know the praise centers are growing to great things. so you gotta praise, what are you gonna praise? You gotta praise a religion, you gotta praise God, you gotta praise your tractor, or what is it you're gonna do, you know? And, so, let's do that next time. I think.
Okay.
We,
And the weirdest religions you can.
yeah, as,
I know what it's called, Zoroastrian. Ah,
some countries have got that solved, but they're smaller countries.
Mm-hmm.
They're much smaller. We're the third largest country.
yeah, we definitely don't have it solved.
I mean, right now we're in a situation where no one can control the narrative, right?
Yeah.
And I think like once you control like the narrative of society, you get these faith in governments, you get this nationalism, you get these religious centers that blow up. But right now everybody has a cell phone and everybody can throw their opinion online.
Yeah.
Therefore it's so fractured, it's hard to hear any of that.
Yeah.
I think we're going to look back in 10, 15 years, and we're going to realize our cell phones are destroying our attention span.
Technology is our
100%.
meteor.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I hope that we have an ability to, you know, see what we injected into society and then pull it back.
We won't.
And I think that's the time where you will see more of a following in a faith-based society.
Yeah.
Because without, like, you know, going back to your initial apocalyptic scenario where everyone's dead, what keeps you going? Your faith that there's a reason you're still alive, right? There's a reason that you were put in that situation.
Yeah,
And I don't think that that's a universal, like, faith that we have as a society
drifting
today.
into
You believe it's to go out there and
existential,
plant your seed.
I mean,
everywhere.
no, that was a bad example. That was like a creepy old man example. Okay, I get that. But like,
I am going
What
to
if-
plant my seed amongst the world.
I mean, you know I like my video games. There is a common narrative in those video games where like, you're the sole survivor and it turns out you're the only one whose blood type had the cure. So you gotta survive, and then do you give yourself to science so humans can continue to live later? Like, I don't know. That stuff has been like injected into me through video games for years. So I would probably keep going. That
No,
would
no, I-
suck. Like, that, I'd never want to be in that scenario.
No, right? No.
But
But yeah, no, it would
also,
suck.
like, I'm the first one to go. Let's face it. You know what I mean? My father-in-law told me you can be handy or handsome, but not both. I said, well, I must be pretty good looking then. Because
Because I'm not very handy. I was thinking about that last night when we were putting that pergola together, or that gazebo together, and I forgot to send you the link, and I thought, Shelley couldn't put this together anyway.
yes, I could. Yes, I could. I took woodworking in high school,
Oh my gosh,
okay?
and how many years has it been since high school?
Well, you
It's
know,
been a couple.
nothing a YouTube video can't reteach me,
Yeah.
right?
Amen.
Sure,
Technology for the
right.
win.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about church next time.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
see you next time. Tune in
Adios.
to the Ivan Files 1933 at gmail.com and let us know what you think about all of this. And we may present it or we might not, but we'd be interested in what you think about it, since we have various opinions about it. So long.
So long.
Sure.